Hello, John.
Hello Jesper.
What are we going to do now?
I'm going to show you a very nice mini game. It's my favourite really.
And what is it called?
It's called Fox and Hounds.
Okay, show us.
Well, I've got here 4 hounds, and the hounds can move on the black squares only one move at a time diagonally like this. And these are protecting this end of the board. At the other end of the board we have a fox, and the fox also can only move on the black squares diagonally, but not only can it move forwards, but it can also move backwards. So it's got an extra power compared to the hounds. Now the objective of this game is for the fox to make it all the way over to the other side of the board, to any of these squares, and if it reaches the end, then it wins the game. What the hounds have to do is try and stop the fox. And so let's have a little look first how this thing would work. So the fox plays here. I'm just going to play some moves, and the fox is moving forwards, and the hound's moving forwards, and let's say the hound goes here. What the fox can do is run around the side and reach the end. The fox has won this game. Okay, so the hounds look at this and they think to themselves, okay, we're going to play another game, but this time we're going to learn from this experience. How can we do that? Well, the fox will start again. Let us try this time to keep a straight line. Maybe this will work. We'll keep a straight line. So I'm just keeping a straight line like this. And now we have what I call a basket. A little basket here, and the fox is sitting inside this. The fox has got to move. It's got to reverse. It can't go forwards anymore. Let's say it comes to this side here. Now the hounds have got a number of moves to consider. Let's have a look at one or two of these moves. Let's say the hound goes like this. Now this has opened the door for the fox to come through, and no matter what the hounds do, it cannot stop the fox. So this would be a bad move. Are there any other moves that the hounds can do? Well, yes, I mean, let's say he went over here. Is that a good move? Well, let's take a look. The fox could come back here and present the hound with another choice. Maybe it's going to try and block the route this way. The fox presses ahead, the hound covers, but now the hounds have left a big gap over on the side, and very soon the fox is going to be able to exploit this and break through again. Okay, so we've got some general idea about how this game is played. Now, if you're going to be teaching this game, then I think that the important thing to do is explain that there are 2 different strategies. One strategy that the hounds have got, and one strategy that the fox has got. The strategy for the hounds is really to keep in line all the time. And actually it's important to point out that in keeping in line, then there's a certain pattern to the way that you must do this. This is quite important, because you don't want to be doing it like this. What you want to do, of course, is you don't want to be doing it like this, because you're leaving a gap in there. The way to do it is always to ensure that there's no gap in the line, like this. So bearing this in mind, how on earth is the hound going to break through? Because there's no gaps at all. Well, so if that is a nice simple strategy by the hounds, what the fox has got is a psychological strategy, because what the fox is going to do is put quite a lot of pressure on the hounds. It's going to force the hounds to make a decision. And every time you force somebody to make a decision, they have to think and they have to analyse. And when they think and they analyse, it could be the case that they make a mistake, like we've just seen here. So, even though in theory the hound should always win this game, in practice the fox always wins this game. So it's a very interesting example about how putting somebody under pressure, forcing them to think, is one way to try and gain an advantage in a game. This is one of the aspects of this game which also applies to other games like chess, where if somebody is under a lot of pressure during the game, they often make a mistake because maintaining accuracy of thought is actually quite difficult. But nonetheless, it's worthwhile trying to maintain that accuracy because that's the way that you can win the game.